continuing with the flash fill. Okay, continuing with the flash fill. If I type banking, let's say I type banking, let me just drag it somewhere there. Okay, I type banking, I copy banking, paste, and then I do Control E. What is happening? Yes, banking, Control E. What is happening? Okay, let's go to we type banking. Let's see. Control E. Yes, it has picked that data. And also let me select that figure. If I select that figure, let me select that figure. What are I saying? Okay, I selected Control V, uh, Control E. Okay. Also, if I select the last figure, the flash fill will copy all that data, all that data. Okay. Okay, I remove the four assets. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I do Control E, and also here I do Control E, like that. So this is how we clean data. Okay, from this messy data to this clean data. Right. So that is also another way of cleaning this data. We have looked at the fresh field, the text to column, and now let's look at the how to clean this data using the what we call Power Query. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll go to the home. I'll go to data, the data tab, and then here is where the magic on Power Query happens. Okay, so you just select data from, it can be a table or a range. So this is a range, so this is not a table. If it was a table, you could have seen somewhere written what? Table design, but this is not a table, so it's a range. So we select this data and upload it to what? To uh, Power Query. Okay. So here you don't have to bother in Power Query, you don't have to bother with formulas and stuff, formula functions. You don't have to complicate things. Okay. So what you do is um you select data from a range. Okay. So here it has picked that range. It has picked that range up to the end there. So my table has headers. No, that my table does not have headers. I'll see in Power Query if my table indeed needs to have headers. I'll just do what? Okay. All right. So here is our Power Query editor. Here is where you have this side is where you have your table. Here is the preview of the data, and then here is where the whatever steps you take, well, this is where they will be recorded. Okay. So what do we do now is, okay, I want to clean this data. So what do you do? I want to create columns for this data. So just as we did with the text to column, we separated this data using the delimiter, which is already there, which is the what? The semicolon. So just as with Excel, Power Query would do the same. So what we are going to do is you just say you go and here, split column, then it will give you a lot of options here. So it says by delimiter. So you select delimiter. Okay. So what is the delimiter you want to say to separate this data with? By default, it has selected what? The semicolon. And here, indeed, we have the what? The semicolon in our data. All right. So what else? So you split at each occurrence of the delimiter. Wherever the delimiter happens, wherever there is a semicolon, you have to separate that data, put it into what? Into columns. Then I'll just do what? Okay. You see, my data is what? My data is in what? In columns. Okay, so those are the columns. But now my data is not yet um my data is not yet in it does not look well, it does not have the headers. So what do I do? Okay, what I'll do is I'll just use this one, use the first row as headers. So this row number one, I'll use it as headers. So you just say, or you can click anywhere and just say use the first row as headers. So you find that this row will automatically go to the headers. Yes. Right. Oh. So the rows will automatically go into what? Into the headers. So I'll just select use first row as headers. So you find that uh, the row has gone to what? To headers. Okay. What else? The number format is okay because the numbers here have aligned to the right. Aligned to the right. Just a minute. Yeah, I think everything looks okay. Everything looks okay. So, by the way, when you want to, you're not happy with the some of the steps you have taken, you can undo them. Okay, like this one, you s- you we 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 put the first row as a header. So how do you take that back? How do you undo it? So just come here and cancel. You find that you cancel that step. Okay, promoted headers. You cancel that step. You find that the headers have gone back to the what? To row number one. So you want to put it back, you just go again, use the first row as headers. And then you load this data. You can load, close and load, it will just go straight to your Excel workbook and it will be another one, another worksheet. Or you can close and load two. Okay. There are so many options here. Okay. You you close and load to a table, which is the first option I showed you earlier. And then you can close and load as a pivot table report or as a pivot chart if you want to visualize it, and only collect connection. So and here it will be in a what? In a new worksheet. So just do what? Okay. All right. So you have it there. That's our data. It has been cleaned using what? Using Power Query. All right. So if you want to go back and edit it, you can just double click here. You go back to what? to your Power Query editor. Okay. You go back to your Power Query editor, and if you want to go back to Excel, you just to close and load, double click. Okay. You're here in what? In Excel. So we we got our data from this range, and having worked on it in Power Query, we have it now downloaded to Excel, and it will create out a new worksheet. So in short, this is how we clean data using one Power Query, two Flashfill, um, three, yeah, two Flashfill, and then three using text to column. Another way, let me try. Okay, yeah, there's also another function. We call it, let me add it here. Text split. Okay. So what text split does is the opposite of what? It's the opposite of text join or concatenate. It will split this data if you give it a delimiter. Okay. For instance, if I say, okay, I want to split this text, it is also a spill function. So the results will spill. Okay. The results will spill to the other cells. Okay. So if you type text split tab, what is our text? This is our text, comma. What is our column delimiter? Okay, so what delimiter do you want to use to split this text? Okay, I'll use a semicolon. So you put it in what? In double quotes, semicolon, double quotes, close brackets, enter. Okay. You find that it has split this row into the what? Into the columns. So if you want to split to the other rows down there, you just copy the formula down and find that it is splitting. Okay, you find that if I continue copying up to the end of what? Up to the end of my data there. Okay, up to the end of my data. If I just do, yeah, like that. If I do Control Shift down, no, it has gone way far. Okay. If you do it like that, oh, what am I doing? Let's see. Okay. So if you continue copying down, okay, copy down up to the end here. Okay. You find that your data has been split to what? To to the columns there. Okay. So this is also this is what we call a split function, which is also called a spill function, because the results will spill to other cells. Okay. So if you want to kill the formula, you can just do what? Control C, then Control Shift V. Oh, it has not worked. So just a minute. Let me do undo. Let me undo. Okay, undo. Let's see again. If I can kill the formula, Control C, Control Shift V. Yes. So you have killed the formula there. So if you don't have to worry with the changes in data elsewhere, and then it messes your data here, right? So, but for the sake of you seeing my results here, let me just undo and derive the formulas there. The split formula, the text split formula there. Okay, I don't know what is happening now. It's not okay. Yeah. So this is, and the formula is only in the what? In one cell. Like for this row, the formula is in one cell. You go to this one, you find that it has been grayed. You can't edit there. But if you go to the cell you entered your formula, that's where you get your what? Um, uh, you can do your editing and stuff. So with that, thank you for your time. Bye bye.